Hey, it's Alan Berg. Before we get into this episode, I'm starting something called Ask Me Anything. That's right. You submit your questions and they could become an entire episode or something that I answer at the end of an episode. To submit your questions, look for the red button at podcast.alanberg.com. That's right, podcast.alanberg.com. Click on the red button, submit your question, and maybe you'll hear it here on the podcast. Thanks. You want to talk about a pivot? How about going from the WWE to weddings and events? Listen to this episode, find out what I'm talking about. Welcome to another episode of the Wedding Business Solutions Podcast. I'm your host, Alan Berg. I'm a speaker, author, sales trainer, website reviewer, and I help businesses like yours sell more, profit more, and have more fun doing it. Enjoy this episode. Hi, it's Alan Berg. Welcome back to another episode of the Wedding Business Solutions Podcast. I am so happy to have my friend CP Heda on to talk about his pivot. CP, how you doing?
Doing good, Alan. Thank you for having us here today. Thank you.
Yeah, now we met at a couple of different conferences, the DJ conferences and things like that. And we got to talking at the last one at the Marquee Show about your pivot here. And it's a very interesting one. I'm sure people ask you about this all the time. So looking at your LinkedIn profile, looking at your resume there, WWE and now weddings and events. So just give us the WWE part and let's get into what you're doing now.
Yeah. So at WWE, I was in technology, right? I was leading their critical technology pieces, and the passion was always there in terms of on a side, I was a DJ and a photographer. So on one side, my full-time job is technology leader at WWE. And I was managing really critical systems like the scheduling system for their events, for their wrestlers. On the weekends, I'm a DJ photographer. And at some point, right, it was like, I want to build something. I see a challenge, and you go, yes, let's go. and it was almost like a cold turkey saying, thank you so much. I am on my own from here onward. So that was that pivot moment. And I still remember that.
Yeah, those are always pivotal moments. I remember for me when I got downsized and I walked outside the building and called my wife and I said, if I can't look in the mirror and tell that guy how to start and run a successful business, then I have no business telling anybody else how to do that. And that was that pivotal moment. Just go do it. So how long ago was this?
2 years back now. 2 years.
2 years back. Wow. Yeah. We were talking the other day. It's 13 years for me, and it seems like it was 2 years back. It's just crazy. So yes. A lot of people listening have started their business the same way. They had this side thing going, their side hustle.
Yeah.
And for one reason or another, it turned into the full-time thing, right? Yours was a conscious thing. Some people like me got downsized and had to start their own business. Some people just got fed up and that's it. I'm out of here. Take this job and shove it. And there you go. But yeah. You were already DJing and doing photography for what kind of events?
Small events. So I because of my full-time gig, I would always focus on smaller events that would that are fast to turn around. Didn't want to do weddings which require a lot of effort. So just focus on quick weekend-based projects. So almost like gigs is what I was focused on.
Yeah. Okay, so doing gig work there. So yeah. What was the hole that you saw? What was the need that you saw that wasn't being filled already?
So when we go to events, right? Here's what has happened. When I'm there as a photographer, I almost get a third-person perspective of what is happening. How many people are involved in the event, right? And what would always, after the event, one thing that I would always, because at WWE I was also managing their data warehouse. I would always analyze what transpired, what happened, what could have been done better. And one thing that I always saw here at weddings or any events is this, that when you involve everyone in the event, when you bring together everyone and you're having them do activities or activations, right? They all leave the event with certain things. And the most important thing is, oh, this was a great event. When you just don't have those activations or activities to involve everyone, people are there, they eat food and they leave, and they don't feel like really participated, and they're like, yeah, it was a good food, it was good, why? But what you want to create is a memorable moment, and that's was what I saw as a challenge. And then on this side it was like, hey, yes, I come from technology, and this is my wife doing, which is, you come from technology, why don't you use your technology skills to figure out what you can provide, because you understand events, you're there, you understand what can be done, and how do you build those two things together. And that's how the idea of Esstart came, and yeah, and that made me jump in, like, that was the pivoting.
So you're obviously left and right brain, because the left brain data part, but then the right brain, you're DJing and photography. So you're doing that. I share that. I don't know if it's an affliction or a benefit that we have. We can switch from left brain to right brain on that, because I love the data part as well. So you started something called Esstart, Esstart.
Yes.
What is that, and how does that do what you were saying?
So again, as a service provider, um, and I'm putting myself in a service provider's shoe. And here, when I say service provider, it is a DJ, it is a photographer, it is a wedding planner, a venue, right? All of these people, all of us are providing service to your event, and we want to make sure that you have a great time. But as a service provider, we don't have a lot of tools. We are reusing all the tools again and again and again, right? And when we really want to upgrade, and if you look at the events industry, there's not a lot of service. There are not a lot of technology upgrades that are coming into service into the events industry. Photo booths are also like quite old now. They're almost 12 years old, so you don't see a lot of upgrades. So the vision was, why don't we create something that, as a service provider, you have one marketplace where you can go and see, I have this client coming in, or this wedding, this bar mitzvah, this birthday, or something. You have an event coming in, and you're like, the client wants something different and unique, or something that is upgraded, different experience. They are interested in bringing everyone together. What can we provide? So we want to provide a whole catalog of things to the to our professionals, is what I would say. So the name, and let me just talk about the name, and that will probably give you. Okay. So Esstart. So the name comes from this. Visualize this: you are at an event, right? All your guests are here. They are having their appetizers, or they've just come in. They're starting to come in. Pretty much everyone is there. The first thing that you're going to say to get everyone together so that you can start the activities, hey guys, let's start. So let's start Esstart.
Okay. All right. So this is a suite of tools,
yes,
that a professional can use to get more of the guests engaged.
More of the guest engaged. Yes.
Okay. So what is the first tool, the most popular tool, the one that most people are going to use?
Our most popular and our premier product is Instant Spotlight. It is an interactive photo wall. Okay. And what it does is, it allows all your guests to upload photos, and it is like a slideshow. So interactive photo wall slideshow, right, but it is live. So it allows all the guests to upload photos, and the moment photos are uploaded, it is playing it instantly. Now, this seems very simple, right? Like, okay, what's the big deal? Here's the big deal. It makes the video wall feel like a jumbotron. The jumbotron that we find at any sports arena, right? Right. It feels like that. And now visualize you are in that sports arena, and you are going to do, they run dance cam, kiss cam, and all of those cameras that they're running. People go crazy and wild just so that they are on that screen, right? That's the same experience. And when you see yourself on that screen, you feel like, I have arrived. As a guest, you feel the moment you see your photo, and sometimes we are technology, so we're not going to events. We partner with the DJs, but some of our local DJs have been our partners for so many so many years now. So they're like, CP, come, you can see how people are using. And every single time, there when a guest uploads their photo, and the moment that, so there's a disbelief that my photo will show up on the screen. They upload it, and instantly that photo shows up on the big screen, and their reaction is always awe. Their mouths are open, they're pointing, they're like, look at me. So that is what that instant spotlight does.
Now, does the host of that, which could be the couple, the company, the whatever, do they get all these photos then?
Yes.
Okay.
That the motivation is that. So for the host, there are three things that are happening. Why do you want to do this? One, the slideshow, you can upload your photos before anyone else gets there.
Okay.
So it is playing like a slideshow. It is your montage. It is branding your own event. During the event, guests are uploading photos, and it slowly transforms the slideshow into the live, whatever is happening live, right? People are taking photos and they're uploading. Third thing is you're basically collecting all the photos that you can download after the event.
Okay. So, ahead of time, they've uploaded photos. Does it then mix those photos in with the guest photos?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that's one proprietary algorithm that we wrote, and we worked with a professor, a local professor, and he helped us write this algorithm where it ev- that's our secret sauce, where anytime you look at the slideshow, it makes you feel like, I didn't see this photo. As long as you have more than 35 photos in an event, and we cross those numbers easily.
Yeah.
The moment you have more than 75 people, we get hundreds of photos. And anytime you look at it, it feels different. So it refreshes every 5 minutes, and our algorithm will randomize every photo so that it just looks very different every single time. So it's fun throughout night.
So this could be on a TV. This could be a projector and screen. This could be an actual video wall. This could be. I'm just thinking because my son's getting married soon,
Nice.
and we need to talk. So okay. So that's one very cool feature.
Yes.
But you said there's a suite of things. So you didn't stop there. You said, okay, we need to do more than that. I love that.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
was that the first feature?
So that's our first product.
Okay.
The number of features in there, and you can play videos. If you take a video, it will convert it to a GIF. So imagine, the couple just did a dance, and it takes a video and it converts into a GIF. So it plays like highlights from the video, and that it does it instantly. So
okay.
we just added a crazy feature, and this this was one of our DJs who were like, CP, can you do this? And when somebody tells us, can you do this, we will do it. So
right.
You can not everyone, by the way, there's a lot of controls, and I'll talk about those features as well. But if you are one of the people who has a control, or like you have a live camera, so your video is on, just with your cell phone, you can press a button and say go live, and you can just go live on the screen. So imagine, like, years back, or even now, you will have a whole proprietary system of people who are carrying those big box. Ours, we've made it so simple that any guest or a specific guest can say go live, and they can go live onto the screen instantly.
Any guest can do that.
You need to have permission. I mean, everything is permission driven, but
right.
Any guest, like, yes, if you have a permission that Alan can go live at his son's wedding,
right,
and you will have a button and you say go live, it will show you this is going live. You're like, yep, live. And the bride walking in, or the couple walking in, and you're streaming that live onto the big screen or the LED wall. Imagine, like, these are like some crazy features we have. We have all AI based, like monitoring, filtering. People love those features. Where if somebody does upload an inappropriate photo, we have AI always monitoring.
Okay.
So it will reject the photo.
So what's the technology on site then? Like, what does somebody need to make this work at an event?
As simple as just connect a laptop to a projector, and you don't need to install anything. It just runs off of any of your favorite browser. You're not installing anything on your laptop, and the guest is not installing anything.
So you
Just
need
scan
Wi-Fi.
That's it. Yes.
Can you run it off an iPad?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see, I'm just thinking.
fine.
I'm just thinking ahead here because I have HDMI output on my iPad.
Yeah.
At my son's wedding, and I have cellular on my iPad. So even if
Yeah.
there's not good Wi-Fi, you could run it through cellular.
Correct. Yes. Your guests can request songs if the DJ wants to enable that. They can request a song, and he can get song request on it. So there are not getting 129 features which are individually turn off, turn on. You can tweak any of those features. But it starts with 2 clicks. It starts with 2 clicks. You can set it up. But then when you go in like, I want to do this, sure, go here. I want to do this, go here and do this. So these are all like people have, our users have come back and said, CP, can we do this? The answer is, let us try and figure it out. And yes.
So who is, I was going to say hiring you, but not who is purchasing this or renting this or leasing this, whatever it is. Is it the people throwing the event, or is it the DJs or the photographers or the videographers or the venues?
Our target audience is DJs, venues, photo booths, and that's our primary target. That's what we have built it for. But yes, direct customers do come to our website, and the whole experience is very e-commerce like. So there's a shopping cart, you add it and you use it. When you're a professional DJ, of course you get heavy discount, and that's what it is. Like, we have a whole membership plan, and this is where this segues into the second conversation that you were just asking me about. Like, so you buy the membership, and then you get access to everything, and you get access to a heavily discounted price. Like, the discounts really start at 70%, and then it goes even more if based on what your usage is. So it's really built for businesses, but we do have end users also coming to our website.
So what's the benefit to that DJ? What's the benefit to them for this? Because now they're going to pay for something here. So are they able to resell this to their customers, or do you find them just making it an added value? How are they using this?
Most of them are packaging and reselling.
Okay.
Now, most of our technologies require something for it to work. Like, so Instant Spotlight needs projector or TV or LED wall.
Right.
Now, as a couple, you don't have time to set that up. Parents maybe, but again, you want parents to be focused on engaging and having fun, right? You don't want them to be monkeying around a laptop and things like that. So that's why we really target businesses. And when they are providing those value, of course, that value they will provide. Some of them are providing as a add-on service. Some of them are providing as packaged bundle. It's up to them, but all of these are add-ons.
Okay.
And those add-ons are bringing them additional revenue. So all our DJs are able to bring a little bit more revenue with our services.
Right. So it's a point of differentiation. It's a different feature over there.
Yeah.
So is all of those 100 and whatever features, that's all in Esstart? So is that the only product, I'm doing air quotes if you're just listening, or you have other things as well?
It is that's our first product, Instant Spotlight. Our second product is called Storybook. Our third product is called Seating Genie. Fourth is called Crossfader. Fifth, which is launching soon, is called Camera Roll. So there are 5 products. Once you get into the Esstart membership, what you can be assured is you are able to provide one extra service, whether for free, whether for value added, whether for however you're pricing it. You can provide that one extra thing to your client, so that your client leaves happier that, oh wow, my DJ gave me this extra thing. So Seating Genie is a digital seating chart.
Okay.
So this is the problem it solves for the couples, which is, if you've ever arranged assigned seating, right? last minute somebody is going to say, sorry, I missed my flight. Or last minute somebody is going to say, I just made up my mind, I'm coming. Now, if you've printed that on a big board or any of those things, I know, Alan, you're laughing, but it is true, right?
Sure.
We've gone through that. We have gone through that. And when that happens, what do you do? How do you rearrange? You can't print it. And printing is a hassle. And with our thing is you just import an Excel sheet and you provide a touchscreen. As a DJ, you will provide a nice touchscreen experience. Your guests will leave, like, when the guests arrive, they're like, oh, this is a great check-in experience. They can find all the information, where they are seated, what the floor plan looks like, who else is on their table. They can see all of those things within this product. So Instant Spotlight is one product. Seating Genie, Storybook, Camera Roll, Crossfader, these are all different products. And you choose which one you want to provide to your client. One or many, you can do that as well.
And are they paying per event or per product in here, or do they get the whole suite, or how does that work?
Everything is per event. We have chosen to make, that is one decision that we have made, that we want to provide everything at per event price. And this comes from me being a service provider. I hate to be locked into something. So when I used to have peaks and valleys, right? So especially when I'm doing a full-time job, I would be like, hey, I want to take a gig or I don't want to take a gig, depending on what's happening at work. So that's the approach that I have, that Esstart reflects. When you have an event and you use our product, buy it from us. So you are making money and we are also making money. If you're not using our product, we need to do a better job of marketing our own product. And we are marketing for our partners. We want all our marketing messages always say, you want this, ask your DJ to bring it to you. So, our DJs are also making money, our venues are making money, and then we are also making money. So that's how we have structured the whole thing. I know it is very
well. It's also seasonality. People aren't doing weddings or events all year at the same level. You might be working all year, but you're working more in certain times if you're doing weddings than corporate and so forth. So it makes sense that you're only paying when you're using it, as opposed to paying, just because it's there.
Exactly. Yeah. And off seasons, a lot of our partners are marketing their services. So when they include us in their marketing exercises, they're going to a battle show, they're doing a showcase at a venue or whatever, we give our products at a even more discounted price, or even sometimes we are giving them for free. So if you're doing marketing efforts, we want to participate and help you market our product also. So it's these things is where we are really differentiating with all the other service providers that are in the market space today. Like, I think about those photo booth companies, you're continuing to pay that. Here, the whole structure is such that, this is not something that you're locked in.
So 2 years ago, you came up with this crazy idea.
Yep. Yes.
And you packed it in, took your box and left WWE, and now here you are, weddings and events, doing these things. Are you still DJing and doing photography?
Yes, I am. Okay. Yes, I am.
Are you doing more than you were before?
Actually, let's ask the question. I know I'm ask a different question. Am I better or worse? And I'm going to say I'm worse because I'm not practicing as much. I 2 months back, I did a photo shoot at a family retreat, and they had a big family. And I hope she is not listening to this particular podcast. And I was struggling. I have all the camera gear and everything. I was like, oh shit, how do I? I'm sorry.
Okay.
How do I tune this? How do I make this? Why is the photo going out of focus? And I was struggling at the event. So when you're focused on one thing, of course there are other things. It's going to start to take places that are your muscle memory and all of those things are going to go down. But Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's like anything else that we do. We just know where the buttons are, and then we don't use it for a while. And you're like, wait a minute, where are the buttons? It's like I can touch type without looking at the keyboard, but if you ask me where's the letter K, I have to think. I don't know. Right hand, someplace over here. It's over there somewhere. So you just briefly you mentioned a couple of those other things you do. Crossfade, was it? Right.
Crossfader.
So what's
Crossfader
that?
is just a song request app. So if you just want to do a song request with your guest, it can do that. Um, what we have done is the guest can just type one or two words and it will search YouTube database. It will search the Spotify database and find out which song do you mean. So even
Mm,
if you just write girl fire,
mm,
it'll go and find the right one and play it. Or if you just type, Pitbull, so it'll be like,
yeah.
which Pitbull song do you want?
Right.
Here's the whole list. So what happens is, as a DJ, when I get a song, I know exactly which one do you want it.
Okay.
I can decide from that point on whether I want to play it or not. Is it a
Right.
clean? Does it match the vibe?
Right. But
But
they're telling you the version. Like, our wedding song is I Only Have Eyes for You. My wife loves the Art Garfunkel version. But if you type that song in, you're gonna get dozens and dozens of versions of
right,
it because so many people did it. But that's the one that if she has her choice, that's the one that we're gonna have played if we're dancing. So there,
exactly,
there you
exact
go.
that yes, that is why we do that one piece. And then it has, again, every single product um has a lot of features. So you remember in I just said, Instant Spotlight itself has like 129 features. Um, Storybook has, again, a lot of features. Everything is customizable. Crossfader, which is a song request, you choose. Do you want to accept tips? Sure, you can do that. Do you want to share your social media? Do you want to send notifications after the event? Seating Genie, again, I'm going back to the Seating Genie, which is the digital seating chart. You can configure, send seating table numbers to all the guests at a specific time on a specific date.
Mm,
So, the reception starts at 6 p.m. You want to send everyone 10 a.m. before they leave home. This is your table number.
mm.
You can do that. The system will automatically notify, send everyone this a text message saying, "Hey, you're on table number 6, 7, whatever you are." And yeah,
So if all the guest information in there, I'm
yeah.
I'm just asking here, asking for a friend, as they say.
Mhm.
Um, does the vendor, let's say the DJ is the one who's providing this, does the DJ get the information on the guests?
The DJ doesn't get the
Okay.
information. So that's where the privacy, we are,
Right.
this is where that WWE
Yeah.
days come back in.
Yeah.
Privacy is very, very important, but we do help them. So we send branded emails on our partner's behalf,
Okay.
and you can configure the email the way you like it. You can put your images, logos, links. We will give you sample and we make it easy. So it's not like blank template that you're starting from.
Right.
We'll configure the email. You can tweak it, add more information, and then your information will be sent out automatically.
To
So
the guests.
to the guest.
Right. Because they're
So
telling them which table and things like that. So you can have your branding and those
correct.
things on there.
Oh,
Okay.
every single product will send some kind of a mailer after the event.
Okay. So
So
when the guest signs up, the guest gives their email or their cell phone, and it's gonna.
and as long as they have said yes, we will receive an email. We will send them the information,
There you go.
and we'll send it on behalf of our partner.
That's great. That's great. So now, Storybook. You didn't tell us what Storybook is.
Storybook is a digital guest book.
Okay.
So what it does is you can just have a simple, guests can come, sign, put messages, and just leave photos and so forth. Or you can have a whole quiz experience. So there are 300 different types of questions available in the question bank that is part of Storybook, and you can pick and choose those. You can customize those questions. So um, for a graduation event, and Storybook is very popular with smaller sized events, and the pricing is also towards a smaller size event or low budget event. So graduation event, you can ask, does the grad like, Instagram or Snapchat or, this video game or that video game. So you can have a this, that on the in the digital guest book.
Okay.
You can have a whole personalized quiz for the guest of honor.
So these are people guessing what the guest of honor would like or does, or their favorite
Or
song or
wish
sport,
them, or tell
or
them
wish them
that,
something.
you can give these are different pages. Storybook. So you're
Right.
adding pages. Each page
Ah,
is something. You
okay.
customize that page. You want to put photos? Sure. You want to put video? Sure. You want to put photo video quiz? Sure. So you have n number of pages. We give you 300 template pages, and
Mhm.
these 300 are divided by, uh, birthdays, like
Right.
10-year-old
Types of it.
birthday, wedding, anniversary, or
Right.
family reunion. So these 300 are nicely categorized. You can
Hmm.
pick and choose what type of event it is. So baby shower, and who's going to clean more diapers, and
So
I
can the
picked on that question
guests
because my wife still till date makes fun of me. But
can the guests leave a video message for the,
yes,
so
they can
because
leave
I
a
know the telephones are popular now, where people pick up a phone. My niece had it at her wedding. We were able to leave a voice message, but they could
yes,
actually leave a video uh, message to the host, to the couple.
they can leave a video message to the couple, and after the event you download, of course video messages will just download like a files, but
Right.
you all these answers that the guest left, you can
Mhm.
download it. It is a pre-configured PDF. You can download the whole thing as a PDF and then print it and preserve it,
Mm, nice.
or
Very
just
nice.
keep it digital. So all these wishes, and especially for like baby showers and bridal parties and graduations, right? You have all these. The guests are wishing the graduate all of these good things. You're capturing
Right.
that, and you're going to cherish it for the life. Actually, that's
Right.
how it is.
Yeah, I
So,
think we're missing these days. People are not printing things.
yep,
We have tens of thousands of photos. My wife and I are specifically conscious of that. I actually have a photo printer in my office. 4x6 dye sublimation makes real photos. And
nice.
we're doing it because when my dad passed last year, there was a box of photos in the apartment. There were
Yeah,
photos on the wall, sepia tone, great grandparents or whatever. And if
right.
we don't print those today, they won't be there for somebody to find. That
I
box
I
won't be there for somebody to find.
I have exactly the same situation, and I have a Canon Pro 100.
Here you go. Is that what I have here? Uh, I have a Canon Selfie, Selphy.
Yes,
Only
yeah, yeah, yeah.
only does 4x6s, beautiful prints, and my wall is just covered with them here. Well, CP, we could go on forever. I love this story. I love a story of a pivot and a niche combining. Your pivot is a crazy pivot, but now it makes more sense knowing that you were DJing and doing photography, so you see that need. And I love when someone sees a need and acts.
Yeah.
Um, I was reading a book recently, a podcast that I did about rejection proof, Zhang, or this book, Rejection Proof, how
Hmm.
he came up with the idea of wheelies, the shoes with the rollerblades in them.
Yep.
And his uncle told him it will never work. So he never did anything. And then somebody came out and made millions of dollars with it because he didn't act on that and somebody else did. So I love that you've acted on this.
How
It's
about this?
it,
I share my exact story.
yeah.
So, I was talking to my manager's manager, who was the CTO at WWE, and he said, I'm discussing my promotion, right?
Mhm.
And he's so confident in the discussion, and it was right out of COVID time, so their budgets are tight and all of those things are tight, and they're like, we have kept you here, you're asking for us for promotion. That's too much to ask, right? But he didn't say it in that way, but he was like, CP, one day I can see the way you deal with people and what you have done for WWE. I can see you becoming a CTO. A CTO is saying you're going to become a CTO soon.
Right.
And that night I came back home and I was like, I don't want to be a CTO, I want to be a CEO. And that's a true
Nice.
story. That is a true story.
love
Came
that.
back home and discussed this with my wife, and she was like, CP, I think so it's about time.
There you go. Well, my wife likes to say she's the CMT, the chief of most things, and I'm the CEE, the chief of everything else. That's what I am, and that's why I'm happily married. So how can people find out more about Esstart? Where do they go? We'll put it in the show notes too, but where do they go?
Esstart.com, ESSTART, Esstart.com. And if you're a professional, go to esstart.com/membership. You'll see a professional page there. The best way to work with us is, if you're a professional, contact us. We'll set you up with free trials. We'll let you try our product. We want you to try our product and then come back and buy the membership. That is what we believe in. If you've seen our product work, if it fits, good. We want to chat again. If it didn't fit, okay, no problem. You didn't invest anything, and we are happy that you tried something and your audience could see something different.
Right. Well, we're going to talk after the recording stops here about this wedding coming up in September. So, which might be around the time that this comes out. So, CP, thanks so much for joining me. Thanks for sharing your story. I love it. And you are the CEO. Your wife said so. You are the CEO. So that works. And go to esstart.com if you want to find out more. Thanks for listening.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Wedding Business Solutions podcast. If you liked it, please subscribe to this channel and post a review on your chosen platform, Apple Podcasts or whichever one. If you have any questions about anything in this episode or any of my episodes, email me directly at alan@weddingbusinesssolutions.com or visit my website, alanberg.com, alanberg.com. If you have any suggestions for future topics or guests that you'd like to see, please again, email me or visit my website. Thanks for listening.